I think you can all see the room has been finished and primed. Now, Mama keeps calling it, saying it looks too sterile, but it's all going to change as soon as we get some other paint. We've actually started painting here, going down. She wanted altar white. That's all going to be her work area back in there. Altar white on to make sure. We've also changed the lights that was in the fans to daylight LED lights, and it sure has made a difference. We're going to be out here a little later on putting up some more paint. I'm going to give this wall and that wall a second coat, and who knows if we'll get into that one or not. But just thought we would finish showing you this. We will get back in another episode when we start doing the painting of the two ends and getting the electrical put in around the edge and getting her done, because we've got a floor to put down, got a border to put up, but we're drawing closer and closer and closer. Hello everyone. Well, I know it's been a while, so I figured it was time for an update. Mrs. Stedhomer and I have been in her room doing some painting. She said she wanted this room to be bright, and I think you can tell by the lights and how bright this is. It is bright. We have all LED lights. The fans are LED. Everything is what they call the daylight lights. But we've been painting. Right behind us, this is called ultra white. And like I said, Mrs. Stedhomer wanted it bright. That's bright. She's got that wall painted yellow. And again, here, ultra white. But then when we get down to the other end, look what she's done. We're getting into the yellow again. Now, I'll move out here. And she's even planning on taking the woodwork that goes right here, and she's going to split it opposites. What's yellow is going to have white woodwork. What's white's going to have yellow woodwork. Same way for the trims around the two windows, or actually may I say the three windows. And oh, let's not forget the yellow door. And she's going to do that same thing up there with the trim. With the, where it's yellow, it's going to be white. Where it's white, it's going to be yellow. It's going to be bright in here. We have all the woodwork. We're, we're starting to paint. We got the little table set up here, and we're getting ready to paint. This is the woodwork here for around that window. And then we have all of that woodwork which goes around all the other three windows. And don't forget the big long woodwork. And you can see the split where that's going to be white and this is yellow. This is for the doorway. Now this is what I call the trim. I have the actual woodwork which goes on the outside over in the barn. It'll be brought over next after we get all this trim put up. I'll be bringing it over so that I can get it cut to size and painted, and then it'll be ready and installed around the windows. We've got all the flooring. That's the floating floor down there. The padding back there underneath my coat. 16 boxes of laminated flooring of the oak coloring. That'll be down here. Also on this side, right here in front, I said linoleum. Well, you can see we've got kind of a marble looking linoleum that's going to go here in front of the door. That way, when she comes in the winter with snowy feet, she'll have a place that moisture won't affect. The entire room is now electrified I was joking with her and I said it's juiced, because we now have all the electricity in here is turned on. The sockets outside as well as inside all work. So we'll be back in a little bit when we show you the windows and what they look like. When I get them done, I got to go over and get my air compressor and my finish nailer, and we'll get this all done. Also, we've also got trim work, wood trim work. It's going to be going up and down there as well as across the room here to make the division between her office space and her workspace. So, okay, we'll be back. One of the things that Momma stay-at-homer is doing is she's taken duct tape of different colors and patterns, and she is taping the switch plate and all the plug covers so that they'll have some kind of color and design also in themselves. And of course you can see she's using her new set of crafting knives that she got from Mr. Wallace of Wallace Knife Works. And I'll come back and let you see some of these as she finishes with them, and just what it looks like when she's done. She's got almost all of them done. She's finishing up the very last one. See, those knives that she just received are working like a charm. She has used them on every one of these.
Just this one?
Just the one knife, and she's also on this one, which is for the switch plate. It has the stars and the light and everything, which is appropriate for the switches.
And I'm left-handed.
Yeah.
And it works great for me.
Tomorrow, these will all be put on, which will be just one more item towards the completion. We have all of the trim of the windows already put on, and tomorrow we will be putting the woodwork on. Again, we will show what that looks like when during and after. But now she's cutting the hole for the screw, and I don't know that you could see it, but every one of these has the screws already in them, and they're ready to be put on the walls, which is the first thing to probably be done tomorrow. There you go. So until then, we'll see ya. We have all of the plug covers. We went down to Mrs. Stedhomer's first craft room, which was in the basement, and we got some of the plug covers from there, and we brought them up to help so that they weren't all this colors, you know, the solid colors. I think that looks pretty doggone, how does she put it? I can't even think about it, nifty. Nifty, neat, cool, fab, and dear. Okay, getting ready to start putting linoleum flooring down, the peel and stick flooring down. And she'll probably be holding the camera for a little bit of that. We'll be back in a blink of your eye. Now, we've put these two down. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put the third here before I start going up and around where I have to trim. And then once we get that, we'll put the woodwork on the side of the door here so that that'll be complete. And Mrs. Stedhomer will be able to do her plastering, hole filling, and get that taken care of. But the one thing that she said that she's seen on YouTube or someplace from some contractors when they were laying this kind of floor was to take a hairdryer and slightly warm up the glue side. I don't know that that does any good, don't know that it does any bad, but I know that this is Mrs. Stedhomer's room, so these are gonna get it. Now I'm trying to rotate the patterns on these so that they don't, so that they're not exactly the same. I don't know how good I'm doing of a job, but you know, at least it's going down, and that's a biggie for both of us, that we're actually starting to put the final floor pieces down. And then from here, we go with the finishing the rest of the woodwork and all of that, and we'll head straight to the floating floor. Well, okay, we got it all down. And that's it. It's just a 5x6 area. And then we've got trim work that'll go around this to transition to the floating floor. So now I got to get this covered up and do the final painting and whatever of all of the trim. Let you see what it looks like, the white trim around these windows. And the door, of course, has got to be half and half. We'll put a piece of white trim here, and then this side will be yellow. And that window, because it's a white wall, gets a yellow trim. We'll be back. There's the woodwork around the door. Now that, like I said, we got the peel and stick down, I was able to put that back up and get it on there permanently. Now Mrs. Stedhomer's getting ready to putty up the nail holes, and when that dries up, she'll be doing the final paint around all of the trim work, and then it's onward and upward to the next project. Mrs. Stedhomer, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to give us thumbs up, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your local professional painters. Y'all have a blessed day. We'll catch you the next time. Bye-bye.